All right, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, we want to give our praises
to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to our elders, the apostles of Great Millstone, and honors to you brothers who are out there doing the work in sincerity and in truth.
All right, and today we're going to go into how, we discontinued from our heritage, from a different perspective, okay? Because, we got the Russian icons, we got the books where Israel ruled as the Moors, as the Hebrews, as the Christians, but they had rulership, and we know that we're the Hebrew Israelites. But one of the reasons why it's hard for Israel as a whole to accept that Yahweh Shai was not only dark-skinned, he was a so-called Negro. One of the reasons why it's hard to attach ourselves to the people that we read about in the scriptures is because we've degenerated from our heritage, man. All right? Real quick, can you get Jeremiah 17:4 just to open it up? All right? When, so-called white supremacy and the iconoclasm and erasing our history, all right, it gives Jake an illusion in his mind that he's not capable of having opulence. He's not capable of running an empire, man. All right, because we've been in a subordinate position in America for over 400 years, man. All right, go ahead.
Jeremiah 17:4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
So we've discontinued from the etiquette of the book of Sirach. We've discontinued from the morals of the book of Proverbs. And first and foremost, we've discontinued from the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Yeah. Jake is in America, just like the Northern Kingdom is over there in the Amazon rainforest in that primitive state. Or you had the movie Apocalypto, and they was basically gang banging on a primitive level. The Native American Indians was basically gang banging. All right, that's the result of being discontinued from your nationality. All right, when you go into the book of Genesis, and the Most High breathed the life into Adam, all right, he was breathing the laws, statutes, and commandments. All right, so civilization wasn't from evolution, of us going from a primitive state to a civilized state. It was us going from a civilized state to now a more primitive state, man. When you don't have the laws of the Most High, you go off instinct.
Yep.
All right.
That's why even today, like this is like the worst point in history, because we went from life all the way to this primitive beast-like state. Jake eats swine flesh. You don't know how to use the herbs. The clothes that you wear, it's all mixed fabric. The phylacteries, nobody wear them, because you're supposed to have like a bracelet or a band on your hand and on your head. They got the laws of the Most High when you get ready to pray, or when you teach, or different things like that. But see, we so far away from it, and we done lost everything. So Jake lived like beast,
The Wild Wild West doesn't teach you to tame your flesh, or your instincts, or your lower self, as they call it, but it's really your flesh. The Wild Wild West tells you that that's what you need to be governed by, man.
The beast from within.
The beast from within, man.
Do as thou wilt, YOLO.
That's the result of your ass being that's the result of you being totally gone from your heritage. So now when you read about yourself, your forefathers in the history, and you hear so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American men on the highways and byways saying, this is you say in the back of your mind, that's not me, man. When you say your Lord and Savior was a so-called black man, all right, you in the back of your mind, you don't think that a so-called Negro qualifies to be your Messiah, man. Hey, because we've been finessed, man. We've been deceived. All right, go ahead.
And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
And that's two heavy points. You would discontinue from your heritage, and you will be a damn slave. We went from being an actual slave to more of a corporate slave now, man. You're subject to their car note, their mortgage, all right, their gas bill, their light bill, and a lot of you think you're free. I ain't no slave. But why you running to the time clock so you won't be late, man? All right. Why do you have to go to a banking system to get approved to get in debt by another group of people that's not even related to you, man? Why do you have to go to another group of people for your survival, man? And you're not even mad. You're supposed to be mad, man. If you on the side, you got Edomites mad at Edomites, and you ain't even mad at Edomites, man. That's why we pray. We're not trying to wake up black people, man. Death to black people. We're waking up the elect of Israel, man. All right?
And how that land is talking about America.
America, man.
Well, that's specifically what this scripture is talking about. Because during that time, all of our people, we didn't live on this side of the earth, man, in the West. We knew about the East and everything over there, but we were taken completely away from that land to where you need a plane or a boat just to get back over there, man. All right? And carry it over here as slaves.
And there's a polarity, Shalom, brother. There's a polarity between the East and the West. So now you've grown up in the West with the westernized mindset, and when you hear us bring out the Eastern way, it offends you, although we're reading it directly from the scriptures, man. But that's aside from the point. Was there more to it?
For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger.
So that goes to show you that we've degenerated, man. We've been brought down from civilization as a nation, all right, to the base primal state called being so-called black and Hispanic and Native American in America, man. All right, can you get Jeremiah 2:21? We've degenerated. Esau have you think you were just a nigga in Africa, and he civilized your ass and made you a smart slave, man. All right, but the actuality, we ran the world, man. We ran the world. All right, and we became rebels, and a punishment for being a damn rebel is that we've been brought down to a more primitive, primal, savage state. So-called black, Hispanic, and Native American culture is a veil from your heritage, man. It's a stumbling block from who you are, man. We're supposed to be eating no damn pork. You're supposed to be flirting with another man's wife, looking at her ass all the time, making light conversation. We know you niggas, man. All right, man. You're supposed to be having no catfish cookout, eating chitlins, man. According to the Bible, man. Hey, you're supposed to be so-called black woman that's supposed to be putting chemicals in your head. Niggas ain't supposed to be putting chemicals and dye and getting their dreads, man.
Blonde hair.
Blonde hair. This is all according to the Bible. When the scripture speaks on a harlot was distinguished because she wore her robes tight to accentuate her curves, to sexually attract men, to have sex so she could make money. That was her trade, man. That was her uniform. Now all of you wearing tight clothes, man. You can't tell a so-called black woman not to wear some damn pants. Allowing that she have on pants, it's the pants that's strategically worn to bring out her little butt, man. You brought down to a harlot, man. Along with coming back to your nationality is get some damn self-respect, man. All right?
Jeremiah 2:21. Yet I had planted thee a noble vine.
You planted us, the Most High planted us a noble vine, man. Really starting back in the book of Genesis. The group of men called the Adamites, and out of that lineage of Adam. But we had the laws back then. We had understanding of life back then. We had the utilization of the earth back then. We had structure and order back then, man. All right? Then we went into Egypt. Well, you know, fast forward to Egypt, and we left Egypt. The Most High gave us officially, on paper, laws, statutes, and commandments to civilize us as a nation, man. To make us a self-sustaining nation. It was 100 times better than Wakanda, man. All right? Go ahead.
Yet I had planted thee a noble vine, holy a right seed.
It's like, you got a son, right? He worked his pants right. He says yes, sir, no, sir. He has manners. All right? Then the boy goes off to college or something, man. He comes back 2 years later. He got a tattoo sleeve. Got another tattoo sleeve. The boy pants sagging in the skinny jeans with the Gucci belt. All right, with the white beater, he come in on the phone, ignore everybody in the house. He was planted a noble vine, a brother with class. Then he degenerated to a damn nigga, man. Happens all the time. All right.
How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me?
And you know what? Nigga culture bamboozles you into being a very minstrel show Esau accuses you of being. Then Esau says, look, Most High, look at these niggas. All right? That nigga culture makes it cool and honorable to be against the Most High. When Jake gets into those rap songs and all he talks about is death, the only people he's talking about killing is another him. Like, you're not mad at Esau? You're not mad at Elam, you're not mad at Ham, you're not mad at a motorbike. You mad at another so-called black man that's in the same damn predicament you in, man.
Yep, be a degenerate to your family, be a degenerate to your nation, be a degenerate all over while at the same time having money. So yeah, it destroys you.
Damn monopoly money. Just so you can be a damn consumer and give it right back to the man that put you in that messed up position in the first place. Real quick. Oh, you had a scripture?
Yeah, I got one.
All right, go ahead.
Hosea chapter 3, verse 4. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king, and without a prince, and without a sacrifice, and without an image, and without an ephod, and without teraphim. Afterward shall the children of Israel return and seek the Lord their God and David their king, and shall fear the Lord and his goodness in the latter days. Just pretty much get into, it's talking about today. Because we're broken as a nation. We don't have a king, we don't have an image. Because what did all us grow up seeing, especially here in America? White Jesus, man. Nigga with the long hair holding a lamb and shit. You know, little baby Jesus with 3 Edomites surrounding him, giving him gifts. You see what I'm saying? And the mama and the Joseph and all that, you learn it was a virgin. And I mean, you learn to fear the white man. You watch your parents change their tone up every time the white man call their phone or all this different stuff. If you try to grow your hair, cut your hair. Don't look like this. Shave that. You need to shave that. You need to line up.
Or you get too dark. You know wear a hat when you go outside.
Yeah, you getting too dark. All these different things you grew up, and it's like, so we didn't have an image. We didn't have nothing to look forward to.
We didn't have a reference of who we were. All right, and going back to that Caesar Borgia, Christmas of Rappers, you was accepted by a foreign messiah. You was accepted as a Gentile. You had a damn Edomite devil, so-called preacher was saying, for all you black people out here, man, he's an evangelist, right? He was like, the man that helped the Lord carry the cross was a so-called black man. He was like, Israel was next to Africa. Wait a minute. The man that helped the Lord carry the cross was a so-called black man. What about the man that was on the cross? See? You see how they get you? See, they'll tell you that you as a Christian will get accepted by so-called, I hate to even say it, get accepted by the Messiah, but you get accepted as a Gentile. What does that do for your confidence? Every nation, their God is their nation. Their God is of the same nationality as their nation, but you're the only nation that get accepted as a damn foreigner, man. Yeah. You a damn side chick person, man.
Yep. Yeah, Jake, we can literally tell you that you're of that noble vine of Israel. And Jake don't care. I've even had a woman like, well, we the Gentiles. No, we Gentiles. But it don't matter who we are, because we all coming to Jesus. And you see, so even if you find out you an Israelite, Jake don't care. They like, man, whatever. No. You tell him about pork. Jake like, well, God ain't done nothing to me this long. You know, well, you'll still be with me now. Like, all right, man. You gonna die of gout or heart attack or diabetes or whatever it come with. And they just show you that you completely lost your heritage. You discontinued from everything, and you've been brought so low to the point to where if you are of a noble stock, if you are the people that, which we are, back in the ancient world, had amulets and phylacteries and the stones, you know, and breastplates, the girdles of gold and all this different stuff. Jake run away from that, man. He's like, man, I'm finna go to work, you know?
Hey, you know, I was gonna make a quick point off of what you just said. Hey, but the reason why it's hard for you to accept that because you've been institutionalized in a damn cesspool, man. So when you see your history by way of the scriptures, it's hard to fathom that that's you. It's hard to fathom that you were in the driver's seat of the world, man.
Yep.
And I just got 2 more scriptures real quick. Can you get Ezekiel 37:3? All right. That's the main point of the lesson. The reason why it's hard, Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, the reason why it's hard for you to fathom that this was you in the scriptures, because you've been taught that wasn't you. You've been taught that success is elevating in your oppressor society. You've been taught that beauty is not you. You've been taught that in order to be intelligent, Esau has to teach me. So when we say you actually sons of the Most High, you're kings, and this is you in the scripture, you see that order in King David's castle and his palace, and you see that structure, it's like, man, we niggas. What the fuck you talking about?
IUIC said that one thing. Well, when you get big, you got to deal with Esau's paperwork. Like, no, not when the Lord, see, but that's part of discontinued from your heritage. That's what you believe. You know, you believe that, even though they know they're Israelites, but you believe that everything just got to be done through Esau. Now, to see the Lord gonna build this thing up, man, and it ain't gonna be no 501c3. It ain't gonna be none of that shit. It's gonna be straight up, you know, whatever the will of the Lord is, and the route and path that He put His men on. You see, but like you say, you discontinue from your heritage. You believe everything is back to Esau, and it is His kingdom, and we got to submit ourselves to certain things. But at the same time, coming into your heritage, that's a way bit better lifestyle. That's a way better way of living, thinking. And when the Most High deals with you, and you have a personal relationship with the Most High, oh man, you know that you're gonna start getting to see things and do things that even other men haven't done.
Then then you learn how to work with other men of the Lord. All right, those different perspectives is not for conflict, it's for building.
Yeah.
All right, then you learn the art of honor. You understand the importance of honor, the importance of respect, and that was heavy in our nation. You learn what's really honorable in our nation, man. Not being a real nigga. The word real nigga is not in the scriptures, man. All right, you have a system that doesn't produce anything but death, man. All right, you see little dyke whores everywhere. All right, we had a filtering system called the law, statutes, and commandments that filter out any degeneracy that was gonna ruin and pollute and cause mold in our nation, man. All right.
Ezekiel 37:3. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord power.
As a matter of fact, Baba Kasaki started verse 1.
Verse 1. The hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley which was full of bones.
That valley that was full of bones was America. And those bones that it was full of was the degeneracy, the lower state of the northern and southern kingdom, so-called Negroes, West Indians, Native Americans, Haitians, so on and so forth, man. All right? Brought down to that nigga degenerate culture, man. Brought down to sagging their pants and going to some college, eating pork chop, going to corral buffet line. Can these bones live? Overweight Keisha.
Right, obese as hell.
Obese as hell. Fist fighting outside the bar, drunk. On God, bruh. On God, bruh. Can they come back to their heritage? Can they be restored to the Israelites?
Yep.
All right.
And caused me to pass by them round about, and behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry.
And that goes to show you we're not a minority. There was very many in the open valley. All right. And they were very dry because we had discontinued from our heritage. Now we're called Black, Native, African American, so on and so forth.
Yeah, a dry bone is just pretty much nothing. There's no tendons, there's no tissue or anything connected to it. No blood flowing. It's just a dry bone.
Can't do nothing with it.
Yeah, you can't do nothing with it, man. So, and you know, even when somebody has bad conversation with you, or they just, you know, you talk to somebody and they got like, they just respond okay on some, you be like, man, this conversation dry, man. That's what you would say about it, you know. Yeah. So Jake through.
Can't go nowhere.
You know, that's what he's seeing.
They had no substance, no merit, no
just dry.
No value system. Fuck it.
No morals, nothing. You know. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord power, thou knowest.
Hey, and that's why I brought up the scripture to the spirit. All right, that's us being detached from who we are, man. All right, in order for us to make this truth, the truth in your mind, you have to live it, man. You know, you was getting on to a lot of brothers in this truth. They still eat poorly, man. All right, how can you embrace your nationality if you're not living it? You know, how can you go back to your culture if you don't live your culture? All right, but the last scripture, Isaiah 62, we're gonna close it out. But you know, the curses are thinning out. The curses are getting weak. Esau's the new nigga, man. Hey, brotherly love was of our nation, man. We treated each other like kings and princes and treated Esau like shit. And that's what you starting to see, man. Jake is starting to treat Esau like crap, man. Esau's the new nigger, man.
Yeah, his women don't want him.
Yep.
Putting him on child support shit.
Yep.
You know.
If you don't child support, your kingdom is all over, man.
Yeah. Esau, you hella losing, man. You mad as hell.
You mad at the white man.
Now this nigga saying his vote don't count. God damn, Esau. You did all that back then to stop Jake from voting and all this other stuff. Now you like, my vote don't count. You know, so yeah, You through. So now that vibration of Israel, it's getting cool to have this.
Yeah.
It's getting cool to have your beard out, man. You be seeing Jake, even Jake in the world. Yeah, man, I'm trying to grow my beard out, man. You know, some stuff I put on, it just be dry, man. It be itching and stuff. Yeah, Jake be trying. Hey, Jake trying to grow his beard, man. Jake trying to. It's gonna come to a point in this society where being an Israelite, period, is just cool. Like, yeah, I'm an Israelite, man. Get that shit y'all talking about, man. We don't want to eat that no more. We don't want to do that.
Jay be calling each other brother now.
Yep.
They be like, what up, God? What up, King?
Yep.
You know?
We coming back to that, man. Hey, the curses again weak.
Isaiah 60:2. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people.
Hey, that's that veil. That's being discontinued from my heritage. That's thinking your Messiah had leprosy. That's thinking that you had you looked in the mirror, saw dark skin, you saw something wrong with that, man. All right, you thought you had to be a degenerate to get women.
Yep.
All right, you thought you had to be a damn whore to get men's attraction. All right, because we starting to speak on women more, man. I speak for myself, because through the spirit, obviously, there's more women watching. All right, but that gross darkness to people, you been a damn Christian, a Muslim, 5%er.
Yep.
You know,
Through. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth.
That goes back to Deuteronomy 28. That I should smite thee with blindness. That goes back to that gross darkness to people, man. All right.
For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee.
Yep.
And the Gentiles shall come to thy light.
Well, that's pretty much it. You know, gross darkness to people, but the glory shall come upon thee. We're gonna wake up, man.
So yeah, we like, and you seeing that now. You know what I'm saying? Just like going back in Hosea 3, it says in the latter days, they shall fear the Lord and seek their God and their King. All right, so that's us right now, man. What you seeing is the Lord rising up upon us. That's why we growing and the camp's growing. That's why a lot of these women, even the women, you know, we don't put them amongst us. You know, you got other camps that do. But pretty much even the women, they like, man, it got to be a different way. You know, even with the multiple wife thing, you got a bunch of women now just being like, man, a man gonna be a man, and it ain't no one woman that's satisfied, man. You know, just different things like that. So you got them coming like, yeah, I just want to please the Lord, I want to do this. And for the man, you got, you know, yeah, come on, man, walk through. But yeah, for the men, you got the men out there like, man, this can't be it. Like, I'm tired of working, I'm tired of doing this, I don't like Edomites, I don't like that. So a lot of Jake waking up, man. And the Lord is seeing, the Lord is showing our people, you know, his glory through his men. Because remember, Yahweh said, we are the kingdom of heaven. And there was a Jake that was just walking by here, and he turned around once he passed us. He turned around and did this. You know? So what is that? And it goes right into what the scripture was saying. The Lord shall rise upon thee and show his glory, man.
And you know, we spoke on that earlier, like respect was big in our nation. Honor was big in our nation. And he just exemplified honor by bowing. You know, ultimately bowing to the Most High. He was giving us that honor, man.
Yeah, because we did that back in the ancient world. If we saw a man we highly respected, you know, we do that. It wasn't no, I worship you or something like that. No, it was a sign of respect, man. You know,
Moab and Ammon still do it.
And they of the East. Hey, well, with that, you know, we hope you brothers are edified. Once again, we want to give our honor and glory to the Heavenly Father. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles, a great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the house of David.